Hello, beautiful souls. I coming in here very quickly, hopefully very quickly, just to chat about quantum leaping. It's a bit of a trendy term at the moment, and I've avoided using it. But I do believe that what's happening on the planet at the moment is giving all of us an opportunity to take a quantum leap, but in our physical form and in the physical world that we live in. So I'm really feeling that across the world, many of us are feeling our hearts opening, expanding. We are feeling a deepening of our connection to spirit, to source, to God, to the universe. We are feeling this deepening and we are feeling this expansion of our being. And we essentially are being called to something different. So something different to the way that we have been showing up, the way that we have been functioning in this world, to what we've been doing, whether it's been a career or whether we've been running our own businesses. Perhaps our businesses have even been successful, but whatever has been keeping us busy in our lives, we are starting to question. And this is difficult because essentially what we're doing is we're shifting the paradigm. We are no longer seeing the systems, whether it's educational or governmental or societal systems that we have been a part of for so long, we're starting to view in a different light. And we're starting to have ourselves expand. And I often talk about allowing the universe to expand through you. I talk about it all the time. And what I realized today is people probably don't know what I mean when I say allow the universe to expand through you. When I say that, I'm talking about energetically connecting to this energy that is shifting. And with what's happening at the moment is we have greater access to this energy. And I like to call it our soul stream. We connect into the very center of our being. And I love to use energetic tools to support this energetic connection. Right in front of me, I have a couple of oils. I think I'm going to go for this one. This is Bergamot. And it's a beautiful oil to help you love and accept all parts of who you are. And actually a very useful oil to support you in quantum leaping, because what happens when you are being called to something bigger, to something different, you will start having these inspirational ideas drop down into your awareness, into your mind, and you will get all excited and this clarity will just appear. And you now have the opportunity to shift into something different. And by allowing the universe to expand through you, this is how you access everything that is available for you. Because in this soul stream, we have access to everything, right? Time doesn't exist. Time is not linear. We have access to all parts of who we are. We have access to our ancestral wisdom. We have access to our divine teacher that lives within. We have access to healing. We have access to creativity and inspiration. We have access to create beautiful momentum, synchronicities. And when we're tapped in, and what's happening now is that we're able to tap in more easily, more and more of us are able to tap in more easily and are being called. What happens is that our fears start rising. And the fears come from the conditioning, they come from the past, whether it's our past lives, like our past actual lives or our past lives, whether it's fears that are coming down from our ancestral lines. The conditioning has been going on for so many years before we were born that there is a lot to break down. And so as we tap into our soul stream, often what can happen when we have these amazing ideas, we have these fears that rise, that are telling us no, that are trying to keep us where we are. And so, and this, for me, when these fears arise, these fears look like distracting myself, maybe going on social media, pretending that my amazing idea that I just had doesn't exist, or coming up with a whole lot of logical reasons as to why it won't work. Come on, Nikki, you live in the 3D world. You need to be practical and logical. And this is the thing for many of us who are very spiritually open. We really do believe in magic. We really believe in magic, but we rely on logic. We very quickly can fall into the 3D aspect of things need to be a certain way in order for us to move forward. And that's normal and that's natural. And logic and structure and planning is all part of the magical process, but it is where it originates from. If that leaning on structure and logic is coming from fear, it's coming from past conditioning, then, and it's preventing you from taking action on this beautiful idea that you have, then that needs to be healed, released. We need to shed that. If that logic and structure is coming in preparation for this beautiful inspirational idea that you've had, then we are grounding it into our body. And I have an embodied expansion methodology. And the first pillar is healing. So as these fears rise, we shed them, we release them, we heal them, we drop back into our soul stream. And then we embody this energy of who we already are. We were born divine, powerful, magical beings. We came down onto this planet, in this body, in this lifetime, to be here at this point in time. And we all have a role. We all have a divine role. And that role, if you don't know what it is, that's okay. Because in essence, it is to be who we are. And not to try and reach for something outside of ourselves. The embodiment is very much connected to the earth element. And we are able to activate this new reality into our body so that we can take that quantum leap. Now, the third pillar is surrender. And the reason why is that, and this is why I call it quantum surrendering, is that we are so used to functioning here, and we are so used to the conditioning and the way things have been going, that when the shift starts happening and when the change starts happening, you can feel like you're losing control. And what happens? is you want to then get back in control. And how do you get back into control? Get back control. You may tend to then lean on the old way of being because it's familiar, it's safe. Why fix what isn't broken? And at that point in time, what you really want to do is surrender. Surrender to the messages that you're getting. Surrender to what your body is telling you. Surrender to the energy that is flowing through you. Let go of that control and trust. Surrender cannot happen without deep trust and faith. Trust in where you are being called. And when you lean into surrender, often what happens is there's a period of darkness where you actually don't know what to do. And that's okay. You may have this amazing idea drop down and then get the guidance to just sit. And so you sit. Or you may get the guidance to absolutely run with it. And so you run with it. But you are trusting in what you are receiving, and you are allowing the universe to expand through you in complete trust and surrender. And that allows you to shift. That allows you to take that quantum leap where time is collapsed, where the normal rules don't necessarily apply, where you don't have to wait old paradigm for X, Y, and Z to be in place in order to experience A, B, and C. Just feel that in your body and know that you are capable. Know that you have everything within you already. That was my message. I want to check my notes and see if I missed anything. I did write down cedarwood. I love using cedarwood when I connect with the earth elements, which is when I, for myself personally, will embody and activate the embodiment of whatever is popping up for me in my soul stream. Whatever I am being called to, no matter how irrational it may seem, I embody that in my body using cedarwood. And cedarwood, for me, it's just, I just feel my energy shift immediately. But cedarwood is also known as the oil of community. And I feel that at the moment, collectively, there is a lot of power in this universal shift that we are moving through. To tap into the collective energy, you can either get tapped into the heaviness of it, or you can tap into your inner light and the inner light that so many of us have. And cedarwood is lovely to create that connection, because the more that we connect with other light workers, with other like-minded people, whether they are healers or coaches or dancers or writers, the more that we connect and we anchor in this new reality, we as a collective are taking a quantum leap. I think my dogs are barking, and that's a sign for me to stop talking. Thank you for being here with me, and I'm sending you all so much love.